Topping the news at this hour, 2 Harris County law enforcement officers killed in 2 separate incidents.
For now, we're coming together as a law enforcement family, asking for our community's prayers and support.
There's a lot of very broken up officers who he meant a lot in their lives.
What we are learning about both officers and the suspects in both cases. It is a sad day for law enforcement here in Harris County as they mourn the deaths of Sergeant Ramon Gutierrez and Precinct 5 Corporal Charles Galloway. Both deaths happening over the span of the past 2 days. Sergeant Ramon Gutierrez died after a hit-and-run crash along Beltway 8 in East Harris County this morning. That suspect is now in custody. And Corporal Charles Galloway, he died after being shot during a traffic stop on Beechnut Street in Southwest Houston Sunday morning. That suspect, however, is still on the run. We have live team coverage on both stories. We begin with Zach Tawatari. And Zach, the search just intensified for the man accused of ambushing Corporal Galloway during that traffic stop.
Len, police have released the picture and name of that man who's still on the run, and they're asking the public to help bring him to justice. This is the man police say shot and killed Precinct 5 Deputy Corporal Charles Galloway early Sunday morning.
They're saying there's an officer who shot.
Police releasing the man's name on Monday, 51-year-old Oscar Rosales, who they say they have video evidence of allegedly shooting the 12-and-a-half-year Precinct 5 veteran after a traffic stop. Now they're asking for the public's help in finding him.
And I want everybody to get into the fight of finding him.
Authorities confirming that the suspect fired at the corporal using an assault-style weapon.
We're active and intentional about getting him. So whenever somebody calls us right now, possible sightings, you will see the force coming.
Police have recovered the white Toyota Avalon like the one you see here. 2 of Rosales' relatives, his common-law wife and her brother, charged with tampering with that evidence. The district attorney is charging Rosales himself with capital murder.
He is on the run, and somebody out there knows where he is.
Chief Finner with a final message for Houston.
We need every citizen in our great city to stand up. If somebody sees this suspect, give us a call. Let's get him in custody.
A $60,000 reward is being offered in this case. If you have any information, officials are urging you to call Crime Stoppers at 713-222-TIPS. Len?
Yeah, I know officers are moving as fast as they can in this case, but they do need some help. Zach, thank you.
We are also learning more about the suspect's family members who were also arrested in connection to the death of Corporal Galloway. Anayeli Ruiz joins us now live from downtown. Anayeli?
Well, hey guys, that's right. Today we were able to find out more information about this suspect. 51-year-old Oscar Rosales is being charged with capital murder and he's still on the run. They say they do have video evidence of him killing and shooting and killing Corporal Galloway. Take a look. This is a picture of the suspect that police are looking for right now. They tell us they don't know his citizenship or his criminal history, but they do know that this is a name he is known by now. They also say Rosales does change his appearance. 2 of its family members were charged this weekend with tampering with evidence. They tell us Rosales' common-law wife of 17 years, Reina Marquez, was arrested, and also her brother, Henry Marquez. Both were arrested after officials say they were tampering with the Toyota Avalon that Rosales was driving the night of the shooting. Their bonds were set at $100,000. Again, Rosales is on the run, but they believe he is still in Houston, but they aren't taking any chances. The chief saying they're working with federal law enforcement agencies. He says they're looking at every airport, bus station, and even looking at the border. They say they still need help from the community.
This is a murderer. This is a ruthless, savage execution. And somebody like this needs to be removed from the streets and removed from the streets very quickly. But we cannot do it without the help of the public. So our plea to you, my plea to you on behalf of the family is, please, if you know something, come forward.
Police tell us they do have more photos of Rosales and will be putting those out because, again, he does try to change his appearance, but they say the manhunt for him is expanding across the state and even nationwide. And again, they're asking the community for any information to please contact Crime Stoppers or the police department. Again, his reward is set at $60,000. They're also asking people, if you do spot him, do not try to approach him because he is armed and dangerous. Reporting live, Anayeli Ruiz, KHOU 11 News.
Yes, proceed with extreme caution. Leave it to the professionals. Anayeli, thank you.
The driver accused of hitting and killing Harris County Sgt. Ramon Gutierrez this morning just made her first court appearance. Investigators say the sergeant was conducting an off-duty motorcycle escort when Lavilia Spry struck him along Beltway 8, that's in East Harris County. She did not stop, but was later arrested. David Gonzalez joins us live from downtown. David, what else are you learning about this story?
Len, 40-year-old Lavilia Spry is set to make her first court appearance this evening. Right now, she's charged with intoxication manslaughter of a peace officer, failure to stop and render aid resulting in a death, and evading in a motor vehicle. Investigators say that Sergeant Gutierrez was helping to escort a convoy of oversized machinery, and he was blocking an exit on the tollway when he was struck. They say Spry completely disregarded Sergeant Gutierrez's motorcycle. They say he was wearing a reflective jacket and waving Spry away with his flashlight when he was hit. Officials say that she fled and eventually stopped about 1.5 miles away after a short pursuit. The district attorney's office says Spry appeared to be intoxicated.
He's dead because she acted in an incredibly selfish manner to even turn the key and start the car.
Investigators say right now they're looking into what Spry was doing before the hit and run crash, but they say that she claims to have been drinking at home before getting behind the wheel. And the sheriff's office says that Sergeant Gutierrez spent the last 13 years working with the Vehicular Crimes Division, and they say one of the hardest parts about this whole thing is that his fellow deputies had to investigate this hit and run crash that killed Sergeant Gutierrez. They say a lot of people are hurting tonight. Back to you.
Yeah, we certainly understand, David. Thank you. We'll stay on top of both these stories, get updates on the search for the suspected killer. We'll also have funeral plans. Just go to KHOU.com.